In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a Shopify dropshipping store. We're going to be creating a store for a blend bottle, which is a portable smoothie maker. And even though this website is going to be mobile first, by the end of this video, you're going to know how to create your own Shopify store, how to set it up, add pages, products, and all in all, be a Shopify dropshipping expert. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that like button down below. And with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing you have to do is create your Shopify account. So all you have to do is click the Shopify link down below in the description, put in your email, and click Start Free Trial. Now, once you enter your email, you're going to be taken to the account creation page where you can put in a store name and your password. Now, don't worry about your store name because we're going to be adding a custom domain right after we create our store. So I just put in blendbottle12, and then Shopify is going to create my store. Now here, you're just going to tell Shopify a little bit about yourself, but you can also skip this part. I just said that I'm not selling products yet, and I'm going to be operating in the electronics industry. And then you're going to click on next. And here you're going to add all of your personal information so that you can get paid. And once you're done, you can click on enter my store. So once you create your store, the first thing you want to do is add a domain. And the reason we're going to be adding a domain is because your default domain right now is going to be a .shopify.com domain, and this is not very trustworthy. Now, I'm going to be actually using a .store domain, and this is because a lot of .com domain names are taken, and with .store, I can get a really nice username. So I took blendbottle.store as my store name, and this is great because with .store, people immediately know that my shop is a store, and it gives it a lot of authority, and a lot of people also use this domain, such as PewDiePie. And right now I can use their discount code. So I actually got this domain for a year for only $5. So once you buy your domain, and in this case, I bought it off get.store, all you want to do is go back to the Shopify page and click on add domain. Now, if you're just creating a store to play around and test, you don't have to do this step, of course. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on connect existing domain. And then I'm just going to add the domain that I bought. I'm going to click on next. And then I am going to go ahead and go through the instructions of how to connect my domain. So on this page, you're going to see the instructions on how to connect your domain depending on where you bought it from. So I got mine from get.store. So I'm just going to go into the DNS management settings and go over here. And here what I can do is I can connect the domain to my Shopify store. So all I'm going to do is copy the Shopify A record name. And then I'm going to open up the A record settings and click add a record. And then I'm going to set the destination to the Shopify address provided in the instructions. Click on add record. So after I add the Shopify IP, I also need to update the CNAME records, which I can have to match these settings. So all I have to do is go back into the DNS settings, go to CNAME records, click add CNAME record, and then the host name is going to be shop. It's going to point to the domain that they wanted me to paste. And then I'm going to click on add a record. And once both things have been added, you can go back and you can click on verify to verify the connection of this domain. Don't worry, I'll also add all the links down below in the description. But now, instead of going to blend-bottle-12.myshopify.com, I can get to my store straight by going to blendbottle.store, which is also going to help me convert more customers. Now I'm going to go back into the online store and disable the password. So right now the store is password protected. And in order to get rid of the password, you do have to create a plan, but you don't have to do this right now. You can make your store first and see if you're happy with it. And if you want to, actually go past the trial, then you can disable the password, but I'm just going to do it right now. So all you have to do is click on disable password and it's going to tell you to pick a plan. And so I'm just going to go with the basic plan and quickly go through the payment process. So now I've signed up for the basic plan and my store does not have a password. And it's important to note that I'm still on the trial for 2 weeks. So even if I try selling products for a week and I realize the store isn't successful, I can go ahead and cancel my plan and Shopify is not going to bill me. Now, the next step is to add some products to our store. And to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the app section on Shopify and then click on shop for apps. And here there's going to be 2 different places we're going to be looking for products. So first, what we're going to do is we're just going to search for Oberlo. So the first app we're going to be getting is Oberlo because Oberlo will help us sell products from AliExpress. So what I like to do to find products is go to the AliExpress Dropshipping Center. And here I can search for different products to sell by clicking right here. And for example, I can look up portable blender. And I can sort by the different number of orders. And then I can find the most popular products, which is how I found this blender that I want to sell, which is a reasonable price. And essentially what Oberlo will help us do is it'll help us automatically fill out all the information, add the products to our store, as well as fulfill the orders. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on Oberlo, and then we're going to click on Add App, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to let us install the app right here. And then you have to create a new Oberlo account if you haven't made one already. And so here, the first thing we have to do is we have to find products. And so we already know what we want to sell from the dropshipping center. And so all I have to do is click on Explore Products. So I ended up searching for portable mixer, selling to the United States, sorted by order count. And this one looks really good. There's been 188 orders. They have 4 different colors. And the prices are reasonable. Even with shipping, the most it'll cost me is $30 and I can sell it for $60 and still make a profit. So I'm going to click Add to Import List since I like this product. And then I'm going to go to Edit to Import List. And here you have to just add the title of your product. And you can also get here by going onto your import list. So I'm going to call it the Blend Bottle Portable Blender. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into the description. Now, since we're going to be going through this quickly, I'm not going to be typing up a custom description. Instead, I just looked up Portable Blender My Shopify to find some other Shopify stores selling similar products. And I'm just going to use their description, which is a little trick if you're going to be quickly testing stores. So I'm just going to paste that. Then I'm going to go into variants, and they currently have a lot of different variants. So they have different colors shipping from different areas. And so since I'm going to be focusing on shipping to US customers, I'm actually only going to import the ones shipping from the United States. So I'm going to uncheck each color that isn't from the United States. You can keep the variants, like the IDs, the same, but I'm just going to capitalize the colors like so. So we're going to be importing a total of 4 different variants, 1 of each color, all shipping from the United States. And here we have the shipping prices. Right now it's for Canada, but because I'm going to be shipping mostly to the United States, I want to know the costs for that. And we're going to be using the AliExpress standard shipping. Or we can also go to the seller shipping method because it's shorter and only $1 more. And we're going to click OK. And now we know the total cost of the product, which is about $20. And so I'm going to set the price to $60. And then I'm going to make the compare at price $80 like so. And I'm just going to do that for all of the variants. So as you can see, I've made the price $60 for all of the products and comparing it at the price of $80. Now, right now it's in Canadian, but I'll be switching it to USD later on. And once we have our products set up, we can also look at the different images. And what I don't really like is that the images aren't consistent, like the backgrounds are different. So I'm actually just gonna remove all of these images. And like I said, I went through AliExpress and found similar products and already saved the images. So I'm going to be just keeping those images and removing all the ones that they're providing. And once you're ready, you can click on Import to Store, and it's going to import this product to your Shopify store. And once it's been imported, you can go back into your Shopify dashboard and go into products. And there you go. Your product shows up and you already know what the inventory is for the different variants. And when you end up getting orders, you can actually go to the orders page on Oberlo and it'll auto-populate everything and you can just click on fulfill to fulfill your orders. So it makes everything really, really easy. But like I said, we went to the product page on Shopify, and here we can further edit our product. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down here. And as you can see, it's already imported a lot of the information, such as the description. What we can also do is we can add some media. And so what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to click on each of the pictures for the variants and add the images that I have saved. So let me add a blue blender for the blue one, for example, and then I can click on pink, and I'm going to add a pink one and just do this for all of the different variants that I have. So now each variant has been updated with its own colored picture, and I'm also going to add some other files. These are just some other pictures of the blender that I really liked that I'm going to also have on the product page. And once our product is done, we can go ahead and click on save. So now that we have all of the grunt work out of the way, it's time to build and design our store. And so the first thing we're going to do is go into themes, and the Shopify default theme is Debut, which is a great theme, but we're going to be going with a different one, which is also free. So all you have to do is click on explore free themes, and you can pick one that you like, but we're going to be using the minimal theme, and I'm going to click add to theme library. Now, once your theme has been added, you can go ahead and go to actions and then publish to make it your main theme. And so I'm just going to click on publish, and then we have our theme uploaded, and then we can go ahead and click on customize to finally start editing our store. And so here, what we're going to see is a few really important things. You're going to see your different pages over here, which we'll be adding later. You can also change your view from desktop to mobile. And so for this product, a lot of the marketing is going to be done through Instagram. So I'm going to be actually looking at the mobile view as the primary view of the store, but you can switch over here. Then over here, you can see all of the different elements, which you can, of course, click on to edit. But the first thing we're going to do is edit our theme settings. So here we can go into theme settings and edit things such as the layout, as well as the colors. So I'm going to actually just change the colors and make the theme more blue. So let me just find a nice blue that matches the logo. And I'm going to copy the color code and make that the same color for the buttons, as well as for the social media icons. And then I'm going to go ahead and click back. You can also save as you go. For typography, I'm going to go ahead and just keep the headings and fonts the way they are. I think they look pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and go to favicon now, and your favicon is the image that shows up right where the tab is. And what I like to do is, if I'm making a test store, just go on favicon.io and use their favicon generator. So I'm going to use the emojis, and so I think a blueberry is very fitting. So I've downloaded it. I'm going to select image, and I'm just going to upload the favicon that I have. And I'm going to click select. And then for social media, you can add your social media links. And then for the checkout, I'm going to keep the settings the way they are and just change the button color to the same as the button colors of my regular store. So that blue. And that is everything I'm going to do in the theme settings. Now we're going to start editing our main store. And I'm going to just delete all the components that they've added by default and start from scratch. So all you have to do is click on them, go to the bottom, and go to delete over here. So I'm going to just click on them all and click delete, like so. And then I'm going to go into the header, and this is where we can start editing the top of our store. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a logo. And if you guys haven't made a logo before, I would recommend using Canva. I've made a full tutorial, and I made my logo in Canva as well. So I'm just going to upload it, click select, and then change the width. So right now it looks really small, so I'm going to make it 180, and that looks a lot better. I'm going to keep it center aligned. And for the announcement, I'm going to write save 25% for a limited time. Explore the blend bottle. And then right here, we can actually have this menu bar link to a different part of our site. So I'm going to go ahead and click over here, go to products, and click on blend bottle. And now if people click on this bar, they're going to be taken to the product page. And now we're going to go back and add some sections. So I'm going to add a slideshow. I'm also going to go ahead and add a image with text, which is right here. Click select. I'm going to go back. I'm going to add another section, and this is going to be the newsletter. So I'm going to go to newsletter and click on newsletter and click select. And then I'm also going to add one more section. So I'm going to go to add section one more time. And this time I am going to add a featured product and click on select. And so we have all the elements we want for our store added. And of course you can add the ones that you think would look really nice in your store. Now to hide a section, you can just click on the I button. And to move it around, you can use these squares. So I'm actually going to go ahead and move the image with text to the top, like so. And that looks good to me. Now to edit any of these sections, all you have to do is click on them. So the first one I'm going to edit is the image with text. And I'm just going to upload one of the images of the blenders, which I really like so. And then click select. And I'm going to align the image to the left. And then for the headings, I'm going to put introducing the blend bottle and add in some descriptive text right here. So I've added some descriptive text right here. And then I'm going to also add a shop now button. So I'm going to write down shop now in the button label. And then the button link is going to also go to products and the blend bottle product that we've created. So this is why we made the product first. It makes it really easy to set up the store later on. And so this section looks good to me. I'm going to go back, click on save, and then I'm going to go to slideshow. Now I'm actually only going to have one slide, so I'm going to remove it. And it's just going to be one image that I'm going to have here. It's just the easiest way to have the image. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to slide. I'm going to delete the heading. I'm not going to have any buttons, and I'm just going to select an image. So I have this image of berries right here, and I just think it makes the store look a lot nicer. So I'm going to upload it and click select, and it adds another dimension to the store. I'm going to not add any buttons and keep everything else the way it is. And then I'm going to go back because that is all we're doing with that section. Now we also have to add our product. So I'm going to go ahead and just move the product section up. So the newsletter is at the bottom. And we're going to go into the featured product section, click select product. And of course here we're going to add our blend bottle product, click select, and now our product has been added. And as you can see, people can change the color right from this homepage. And I'm going to keep everything else the same, go back, and then finally we can go into the footer and also edit it if there's anything that we want to change. So for example, right now we have news, which we're not going to have. So I'm going to just delete that. I'm also going to remove the blog section as well as the social icons and the newsletter section because we already have the newsletter sign up right here. So I'm going to click on remove block, and the footer looks good to me. And now our home page is set up. So now that we have this nice home page and our product page, the next thing we have to do is just add any additional pages. So I'm going to go ahead and click save, and then I'm going to go to the main dashboard and go into pages. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a contact page, but the process to create a FAQ page or an about us page is the exact same. All you want to do is click on add page, and here you're just going to add the title. So I'm going to do contact us. Now, if you're making any page that is not a contact us page, you can keep the suffix the same, but we're going to go ahead and change it to page.contact because Shopify has a contact page template that you can access just by changing the suffix. And so now we're going to have a contact form built into this page, and we just have to add some text. So I've just put feel free to email us if you have any questions, and then we will get back to you shortly. And then I'm going to click on save, And just like that, our page has been added, and you can make a bunch of other pages like this. You can also add different images and change the font and alignment. You can add bullet points depending on the kind of page, but we're just going to keep the Contact Us page. Once you've made all of your pages, you want to go ahead and go to navigation because this page is not in our store menu yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to main menu, and here we can add our pages. Now, because we can access the product from the home page, I'm actually just going to remove the catalog page because I don't think there's any point in having it. And I'm going to click on add menu item and make it Contact Us, and then go to the link and go to the pages. And we have our Contact Us page right here that we just made. I'm going to click on add. I'm going to click on save menu. And you can also add it to your footer menu if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Then we can go back into online store. We can go to customize to get the mobile view. And now if we click on menu over here, we also have a Contact Us page. And as you can see, because we used the Contact Us suffix, there's also a really easy way for us to add all of the contact information, and people can easily access this form. So now we've pretty much made our store, and all we have to do is set up taxes, payments, and all of those other little things. So what you want to do is you want to go into settings, and you want to go into billing, which is really important. So here, all you want to do is make sure that your payment is connected and you have a method of getting paid. What you also want to do is you want to go ahead and go to taxes and set up your taxes accordingly. So if you have a tax region that you have to set up, you're going to just click on setup. We're also going to go into the settings to change our currency, like I mentioned. So in the general settings, you can go ahead and change your currency. And so I'm just going to make it USD, like so. Click save. And the final settings we're going to be editing are going to be our shipping zones. So we want to go into shipping and delivery. And so even though Shopify creates the rates for you, you want to go ahead and go to manage your rates. And it's going to take you here where they've created different zones. So I'm just going to click on these dots and delete all the zones that they've made for me. And I'm going to have free shipping and just have that type of shipping for the entire world. So to do this, all you have to do is create a shipping zone and then go to rest of world. And I'm just going to call this everybody. Click on done and then add a rate. And the rate is just going to be called free shipping. I'm going to make the price 0, but you can make it whatever you want. I'm going to click done and then click on save. And the shipping is also good to go. And now you're done. Congratulations, you've created your own Shopify store from start to finish, and you're ready to start selling your product. That's about it. If you guys did like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching. My name is Ziovo, and I'm signing out.